How do women rate men? Is it all looks and money? In this video, we'll take a look at what women really want. And as a hint, if you're not good looking and you don't have a lot of money, there's a lot more that women are interested in. So fret not. Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer Moleski. This is my YouTube channel. I'm really happy you're here because I want to know what you think about what I'm going to share with you today. Please leave a thoughtful comment below because every day I pick a comment, read that comment to all of you, and respond to that comment just for all of you. So please be a part of the conversation. Last week, I did a video called Why Women Want a Man with Money. If you think that women are just gold diggers, my video might open some neuroconnectors in your brain. So you can watch that here. At the end of that video, I told everyone that money isn't the only thing that women are into, which is great because making gobs of money isn't suitable for everyone. Maybe it's not suitable for you. The good news is God is good to men, but men don't realize it because they compare themselves to how good women have it. Stop doing that. God gave you one of the traits that I'm about to reveal, and if you sharpen it, you'll be happier and you'll be more attractive to the opposite sex. So without further ado, looks. Why do women care? Overall, they don't. Looks are a great thing to get you noticed, but once you get noticed, you'd better have something to go along with those looks. Otherwise, women will tune you out. Men care far more about looks than women. For the men listening, think about how much you care about looks. Well, you care 4 times more than women do, especially when you're in your 20s and 30s. That is according to a study done in the UK. But looks are still fun. I'm not going to talk much about this because why do you prefer to look at something good versus something that doesn't look good? Because it's pleasing. It's an indicator of health, hygiene. And on top of just looking at something beautiful, the thought that it could be yours, to the extent that a person could be yours, is pretty awesome. That a beautiful person with all those choices would choose to press the stop button on you, that feels pretty good. When someone is good looking, they automatically get attention. When they walk into a room, people notice. They get the side glances. You know these? They get favorable treatment. They have more control. And once you have control, what are you going to do with it? All right. If you are a man, how much do you care about the personality of a woman? Okay. Women care 3 times more about your personality than you do hers. So let's get to those personality traits. Number 2 is humor. I mentioned in a video once that I think men are pretty cool. I mentioned that a lot. I think dudes are pretty great. They're strong and they're chivalrous and they're big and they're different than women and they're helpful and all sorts of stuff. At worst, they're boring. I know, honestly, at worst, they could be like murderous rapists, but that's really rare. The most common crime of men in Western culture is being boring. This isn't the biggest deal because there are a lot of boring women, so the funniest people I have ever met have been men, not women. Why? Because women don't have to learn to be funny in order to gain the attention of men. What does she have to be? She doesn't even have to be it, but it really helps her if she's pretty and kind. Funny is just a bonus. And also, it's kind of a hindrance. Men don't really dig necessarily funny women, most. And once you realize you're funny, for women, funny becomes more important than money. Now she's looking for someone to make her laugh, to have banter, to be witty. It's just adding to the list of things that she wants. You know who gets really mad about this is boring men. I've asked hundreds of people the following question. Would you rather have your spouse be the best looking person in the room or the funniest? For whatever preference you pick, the other will be average. So if you pick looks, they'd be average humor. If you pick humor, it'd be average looks. 99% of men say pretty and 99% of women say funny. Try it yourself. Women like to laugh. In this study, they found that the more a man tried to be funny and made a woman laugh, the more likely she was to rate him as attractive. It doesn't work both ways, though. Men are not more attracted to a woman who makes him laugh, but it's close. He is more attracted to a woman when she and he laugh together. Men who know this secret focus on learning how to be funny, to be commanding, to get girls, to be more successful, to have a nice, funny life. Good God. Humor improves life overall. It can lead to more success, more confidence. The guy who's cracking everyone up is the powerful guy. Number 3 is intellectual. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who understands AI, economics, and the cabal? Smarty pants, that's who. Women love smart guys. A study published in Evolutionary Behavior Sciences discovered that a woman's appearance was a prediction into what kind of husband she had. Attractive women tend to have intelligent husbands. And of course, it doesn't go the other way around. Being a good-looking man was not a predictor of his wife's intelligence. Women are pretty greedy, huh? Well, no, I mean, there's all reasons. Women, who are attractive or not, look up to their husbands. Their husbands are a reflection of who they are. Remember, in this last video, we talked about how women want validation, and the kind of man that they end up with is one of the most powerful kinds of validation. Because women prefer intelligent men and deem intelligence as an important trait, they want to see their man exhibit it. They want to witness their man have successful conversations and encounters with others. Women don't want to be with the guy who doesn't understand, who can't keep up, who doesn't know. If he's going to be a leader that she is confident in following, she wants to know that he's smart enough to navigate the family through a very complicated world. How can a man who doesn't know much be that guy? Are you starting to have things you want to say? Remember, if you have comments, leave it. I'm picking one every day to do a video response on. So ask questions, give facts, say something interesting. Number 4 is money. Again, that's the last video. Let's not go into that. Number 5 is Stoic. I went to an anarchy meetup thing years ago, and for the most part, everyone was anarchist, but there was one guy who was a big-time statist, and I can't remember for which side, but I do remember that he was engaged in conversation with this anarchist dude, and the statist was so upset. He was very emotional. He had a lot to say and was impassioned when he said it. He was upset and bewildered and emotional. Anarchist dude was cool as a cucumber. I remember the anarchist pose because it was so sexy. He was just kind of leaned back, he had a beer, and he was just relaxed. He was just listening to this guy rant and rave. There wasn't a tense muscle in his body. He didn't give any clues about his feelings of what the statist was saying. He gave no snorts, no scrunched up faces, no inhalations like he wanted to say something to get his point in. He just sat back and listened. The difference in the men was astounding to me. The emotional guy was losing. It had nothing to do with his arguments. It was all about his childish emotion, his escalated emotion. So Mr. Anarchist waited for Mr. Emotional to be finished, and then he calmly countered all of his points. Forget anarchist and statist. What demeanor do you think a woman would find the most alluring? The frantic, frazzled, and emotional, or the calm, cool, and collected? Even as a man, if you watch two men engage in conversation or debate, do you think the guy that's frazzled is going to be the guy that you are rooting for, or the guy who's like, oh, yeah, I got this. I've done this a million times. I got this. A study published in the Journal of Evolutionary Medicine links male stoicism in the face of illness to female mate choice. If a man appears to be better at dealing with being sick, he appears more attractive to potential partners. If you tend to lay around feeling sorry for yourself at the first sign of man flu, by the way, I hate that they call it man flu, then it might be bad news for you. It's just not an appealing trait. On the flip side, I don't want to get political, but this is kind of an interesting question. I wonder collectively what women collectively think of a nation or a world full of men wearing masks complaining about their safety. I don't know, that's interesting. Number 6 is a hub. Have you ever met a small city famous person? Someone that everywhere you go with them, there are smiling faces, happy to see the person you're with. You could go to the bank and it's the teller, or the grocery store, or a random person in the parking lot, or at a restaurant, or at the golf course, or at the music store. When you're younger, if you're old right now, when you're younger, there used to be stores that you had to drive or bike to and pick out music. You couldn't just get it. But everywhere that person goes, people are so happy to see them. That's a person with connections. It's what I call a hub. I was at a club once, again, a million years ago, and this person walked in and 100 people rushed to the door to greet him. They were like reaching their hands out to touch him. It was super weird. He was a skinny, not attractive dude. Maybe he was a drug dealer. I don't really know. But do you think that guy would have more choices of a woman or less choices based on that segment of who he was? There was another guy that I knew, and he was the guy that knew a guy, but he really did knew a guy, and he was really respected by all those people. Like if you needed a job filled, he had a great person that needed a job. If you needed a mortgage, he could find the money for you. Like he was that important person. And when you're with a hub, you can't help but admire and wonder how they got to this position. Like, why do all these people trust this person so much? What is so important about this person? He's been vetted. When someone's been vetted already, it saves you time and you're like, this is interesting, intriguing, mysterious. People vetting people. A new study from the University of St. Andrews published in the Journal of Scientific Reports found that men get an attractive boost when they are chosen by others. So for this study, a group of 49 women were shown men's faces and abstract works of art. They were asked to rate the attractiveness of the picture on a scale of 1 to 100. Then they were shown how other women had scored them and asked them to reconsider their answer. Results showed women reassess their opinion after they found out what others thought. When it was revealed that other women gave the man a higher score, participants were likely to adjust their score to be higher too. This is why I say a group of friends can keep a woman single. If friends don't want her away from the singles table, she ain't going anywhere. That's why I always say, ladies, be careful that you do not get your friends involved in your romantic life. Or be very careful who you share your romantic life information with, or better yet, find a few happily married women to be your mentor. If you must chat about romantic pics, make sure that you're doing so with women who are good wives in good marriages who want the same for you. So what is our big grand list? There's 7 things: money, looks, humor, intelligence, stoicism, and a hub. That's only 6. The grand finale of all of those is leadership. If you are the best or become in tune with any of those characteristics, you will become a leader in that domain. And what women want more than anything, they want to be validated with their choice, right? They want to go, man, I can't believe I got this guy. This is so validating. I need to keep up. I need to constantly be picked by him. I always say that you're auditioning every day and your partner is picking you every day. Women want a leader. Women want power. Listen, this is just the way it is. And if you're complaining about hundreds of thousands of years of how shit is, I don't know. That's pretty, whatever. It's true. Women like power. But the reason I said that God has been good to men is because women don't really care where you're powerful. It's your choice. Whatever gets your blood going, whatever you're passionate about, whatever you find interesting. When you become powerful in that, first of all, you have elevated your life. You feel way better when you're going after what you should be going after. If you work at a job right now and it doesn't feel right and you're going for the management position, you feel like shit right now. The management position, no matter the position, it doesn't make you feel better. But when you start going for what is right for you, you start to glow and you start to get big and you start to get powerful, and women love that. And when you're powerful, there's the saying, it's lonely on top. Anyone who has climbed to even high positions, like everyone is kind of at this level in life. If you climb even a little bit more than that, it's more lonely, okay? And the more you climb, the more you become powerful, and the thing that makes you happy, the lonelier it gets. And when you find a woman that is with you every step of the way, that knows you, loves you, respects you, and will be with you all those steps, that feels really good. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I'll ask my husband. I hope he agrees. Okay, everyone, I can't wait to talk to you tomorrow. I don't know which one of you will leave the comment that I will be talking about, but let's really suss this out this week, okay? Let's keep talking. I hope everyone is working on becoming powerful in the thing that interests them the most. Okay, all right, that's it. Bye.